So you were talking about the cost of it. When someone comes in with a gunshot wound, trauma, how do you pay for that?
Well, we take the money from who we can get it from, and we make it so that we can pay the lights and electricity and take care of whoever comes in through the door. Because I'm not judge and jury, and that's the way it should be. Because I take care of them, and then we let the system decide whether they were culprit or victim or anything like that. And I know in a lot of inner cities, some people feel, hey, that's 5 miles down in the city, I don't have that problem, let them kill themselves. But there's a lot of innocent people that are also injured and killed as well because of how ubiquitous guns are. But I think, one way we ought to think about this is, putting a tax on bullets, for example. You can have guns, but sometimes you don't buy bullets because you don't shoot them too often, and some people want to do that. So a penny a bullet is one idea that we can then collect money for the people who want to have this right and distribute it between the police, the court system, and also the trauma care system.
You wrote a piece after January 8th, 2011, about background checks for people who buy guns, and you got a lot of kind of blowback from that.
Right.
And were you surprised?
I was surprised as to how many people are adamant about that. And they're all people who would all successfully go through the background checks. And the background checks is not foolproof by any means, but it's a start. So, I mean, the number of guns that we have more gun stores than we do McDonald's and Subways and grocery stores or anything else like that. I mean, I need bread every day, but do I need a gun every single day? In Arizona, when we want to do an orientation firing shooting for our residents and doctors, we've been having trouble doing that because there's no bullets available. Everybody's still buying bullets as soon as it hits the stores. So this mass media frenzy that we have, I think, needs to be really put into perspective of where we are with these guns.
So you said that you have guns. Why do you have guns?
That's our society. Our society says I'm allowed to have guns, and I bought them as a souvenir. So I have a handgun as a souvenir for my time in the military. I have tried hunting and experienced that. So, but I don't have them in a place under my bed or in my bedroom or anything like that. They're fully locked away. I have no intention of doing any protection from it. If I were to, if society said we're not going to have guns and I had to give up my guns, I'd be fine. I think the Second Amendment was a great idea. Back then when we didn't have electricity and had musket guns and we were fearful for invasion from other countries. But this is a different world. We can send videos in all sorts of ways. We can take hearts from one person, put it into another. This is just a different world. So I think our laws are meant to be changed to adapt to our society, and this discussion is something that I welcome.
What is some people say if there were, someone pulls out a gun, it's a mass shooting, the answer is everything would be safer if I could pull out my gun and then stop you, and the vigilante good guy with a gun is the answer to everything.
So that thinking process is some truth to it. So I agree with that from a philosophical point of view, but in a reality point of view, when you put that policy out into place and you see what happens when people are trying to defend themselves, or they're trying at home, trying to be proficient with the weapons, and they're accidentally shooting themselves, and the kids are shooting each other. We all know that it's hard to shoot one another when you don't have a gun. Okay, the first ingredient of being shot is that you have to have a gun and a bullet, and then what the circumstances were as to how you got shot is varied. But I mean, I don't want to get into that particular debate because we know that in a crowd, when you have weapons and more bullets are shot, more people can get shot. So, but as long as, again, society makes a good decision on it, and then I can make a decision whether I want to live in this society or go elsewhere. They don't shoot each other in England. So if that's that big a deal to me, I'll move. But I like where we are, and I just want the people to make informed decisions. 105,000 people being shot every single year is just staggering. It's just staggering, right? And that's in this country every single year.
Wow, that is a lot of people for perspective, that's more than twice the number of people who attend the U of A.
Right?
That is probably more than twice the people who could fill Arizona Stadium.
And that's every year.
Yeah.
That's every single year. I mean, if you compare 105,000 to 250 of our soldiers that died a year in the middle of the war, I mean, how do you really put that into comparison? How does 250 compare to 105,000?
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for letting us come and speak with you. I really appreciate your time.
Quite welcome.
Thanks. Thanks for being with us, and be with us next time.